Hey, it's Carlotta. So I am sharing with you today a recipe that you could do for Father's Day tomorrow. And you do need parchment paper. I might have to put my glasses on here so I can read this to you, because I have to work kind of fast here. And we're making a ham and cheese omelet roll. And I'm going to grab something else here real quick. Just real quick. So, I think you can see this, and I hope you can. And it is a ham and cheese omelet roll. I've posted how you can find this recipe. This would be a great recipe for Father's Day. And it's got ham and cheese in it. It's got cream cheese, milk, flour, 12 eggs, Swiss or cheddar cheese. I chose Swiss, and 12 eggs. So I did use the bar pan. I didn't have quite enough parchment paper, but I want you to see what the bar pan looks like. Just so you see, I'm not gonna tell you that it didn't leak a little bit, but that's okay. This, in a stoneware pan, it's gonna be really easy to clean up with it. So, but I'm gonna let it cool. You know, I don't wanna just pop water in there. And I'm gonna move it because I wanted you to see it so we can work here. But again, this was the stoneware bar pan. Yes, it's in stock. And yes, some of it, a little bit of it leaked through because I didn't have enough parchment paper. I had almost enough. All right, so I want you to see that. I'm gonna move this over here. And when it came out, what we did was I took it out with the parchment paper and it just rolled right off of the stoneware pan. And then I took my skinny scraper and I immediately brushed it with Grey Poupon Dijon. You have to be really classy tomorrow for your Father's Day. So it's the Grey Poupon Dijon. And I used the skinny scraper, and all I did was go like this. And just, you know, moved it back and forth. Skinny scraper, great for getting into small spaces. And I shredded the cheese, and I also chopped up the pieces of ham using a Pampered Chef knife. One of my favorites right here. Okay, so let's see what I'm supposed to do next. Remove omelet, sprinkle with half of the cheese. So I'm sprinkling with half of the cheese, just like this. And wait till you see how when we roll this up. It's pretty amazing. You can do this with an angel food cake too. In fact, I am going to do that later. And that recipe too is in there, so we've sprinkled with half of the cheese. And then the next thing we're going to do is top it with the ham, which I chopped up already. This is a great little recipe. Now I'm making this today, but I'll be able to warm this up tomorrow. And I don't know who's planning on coming over tomorrow, so just roll it up a little bit more. And the egg mixture, again, had 12 eggs in it, so there's plenty here. Okay, and then some green onions. So we're gonna put these in just like this. I'm gonna save a few for the top. And we're gonna put some more cheese on here. Again, this is the ham and cheese omelet roll. Would be a fun recipe for all of you to make tomorrow. And I used the large bar pan, just perfect for things like this. Now the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to roll this up. So you have to kind of work kind of quick. We're just going to keep rolling. Oh, I hope you can see me doing this. We're just going to keep rolling. And I'm going to keep rolling. And you kind of want to be able to use that parchment paper to help you do this correctly so that you won't break it. Okay? totally rolled. It's a beautiful recipe. Now I've got it rolled. And now I'm going to get it from there to one of our beautiful trays. And I'm going to use my parchment paper to help me get it over there. Just like this. I'm going to roll it over. I'm going to pull my parchment paper out. And there is a beautiful egg omelet, just like this. Pretty neat, huh? And then, if you want to make this tomorrow, and I'm going to just take some more ham and cheese and some onions and just sprinkle over the top, just like this. We keep rolling it and rolling, or just keep sprinkling it on, just like this. Swiss cheese, I love Swiss cheese. Again, this is really easy, but you gotta have your parchment paper. And of course, this is the perfect way to be able to roll it out as well. And if you want to make this today and already have it done, you could, which is what I'm going to do. Eventually, I'm going to wrap all this in tin foil. And actually, I'll just keep it on this tray. And then tomorrow, for Father's Day, and I'll be thinking of my father, who's been long gone for many, many years. But I know a lot of you are lucky enough to still have your dads around. But wouldn't this be a fun way? Wouldn't this be a fun thing to make, a fun ham and cheese omelet roll? You could put anything you wanted in there. So again, I'll just go over it really quickly. I used the stoneware bar pan. I put parchment paper down across it. I whipped up the eggs, the flour, the salt, and the pepper, and the milk, and the cream cheese. And I poured that over the stoneware bar pan on the parchment paper, baked it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now, I have a convection oven, so it goes a little bit quicker than your normal oven. And then from there, we took it out. I took the skinny scraper and I put Parmesan cheese all over it. And then we put on the ham and the cheese, cheddar or Swiss. I prefer Swiss. And then I rolled it up, just like you saw me roll it up. And the end result is this beautiful omelet that I will be serving tomorrow for whoever happens to show up. Isn't it nice? I'm gonna kind of get close and see if anybody has any, do any of you have any questions? Hi, Christina, Deb, James, Pot, love to see you on here. You guys can give me a little bit of love. Hi, Anne Marie. You can go ahead and watch this again. I made the ham and cheese omelet roll, and I think I might do an angel food one later on. My husband loves cherry pie filling, and since it is Father's Day, I might whip one of those up too, and I'll come back a little bit later and I'll show you how to make one of those. So I've posted on here about how you can get to this particular recipe. Again, it's the ham and cheese omelet roll. If we have any dads watching, happy Father's Day. And happy day to everybody. It's raining out, so I'm in the mood to cook. All right, we will talk to you later. Goodbye.